So next month, we celebrate Black History Month, but the history of African Americans here on the Eastern Shore is a very rich one that should be celebrated year-round. As a matter of fact, both enslaved and free African Americans were vital to the economy here before the Civil War.
Yeah, and that's the subject of this book. It's called Plantations, Slavery, and Freedom on the Eastern Shore, and we are honored to welcome the author to Delmarva Life. We'd like to introduce you to Jacqueline Simmons Hedberg. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's start off with just give us an overview of the book.
Well, the book is really a chronological account. I go through the colonial period, talk about the changes that came, very hard changes that came to slavery during the Plantation Revolution, and then the wonderful things that happened during the independence decades when people were all inspired by liberty and equality. Then we go to the early period of the 19th century, the War of 1812, slaves running away, through the period when there were excess slaves on the Eastern Shore, and slave owners essentially sold their excess slaves south to the sugarcane plantations and the cotton fields. And we finished with abolition, the Underground Railroad, Fugitive Slave Act, and of course the Eastern Shore's most famous African Americans, Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman.
And you said you went through some fascinating research in the process of the book.
Yes, I did a lot of research in the archives, looking at land records, census records, manumission documents. You know, slaves were considered property. So every time a slave was sold, you can find his sale in the property records.
Wow.
And when a slave was freed, then their manumission documents are in the property records. A particularly interesting one is Thomas Bishop. He lived on Hooper's Island, where I was born. And in 1798, his owners, Henry Hooper and Henry Matney, freed him. His manumission papers say he is free, manumit, and enfranchised. He was given the right to vote. Now, we don't think about African Americans getting the right to vote until after the amendments, Civil War amendments, but the 1766 Constitution of Maryland gave free blacks the right to vote.
How about that?
So that was something quite interesting to learn.
Wow.
So you spent a lot of time writing about history on Delmarva, particularly Hooper's Island. Hooper's Island, okay. Because that's where you're from, right?
Yes, that's right. And actually, I'm a Y High graduate. I graduated from Wycomico High School. So my family moved here when I was little.
What do you want readers to take from this book the most?
I think two things. I want them, first of all, to know that slavery on the Eastern Shore changed a lot over time. And the second thing I want them to know is that this was not slavery in the Deep South. This is not sugarcane slavery or cotton slavery. Actually, the Eastern Shore was not a slave society for very long. It was only in the early part of the 18th century that really the economy depended upon slavery, because tobacco fields wore out and people began to grow wheat and corn, and so they didn't need slaves so much. So it's only for a short period of time that you really have a slave society, although you have a large black population, most of them, many of them free, for the entire period prior to the Civil War. So I'd say two things, that they want to know it's not the Deep South, and secondly, it was not a slave society for very long.
All right, so are you working on any additional books or any other projects?
Well, this is a project and a half for itself. It didn't start as a book. It started as well, it started because I didn't know anything. That's how it really started.
Curiosity.
I read an article in Smithsonian Magazine called Slavery's Trail of Tears. And I thought, you know, I know about the Indians' Trail of Tears, but I don't know about the slaves' Trail of Tears. I majored in U.S. history, and I didn't know that there were a million slaves moved from the Upper South to Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. How come I didn't know that? So the concern that I didn't know that led to the research. That led to a class at Towson's Osher Institute, and that led to a book. So it's been a long journey.
Very fascinating book, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope so. I hope everybody learns from it, and things that they didn't know before. And
the book is Plantation, Slavery, and Freedom on the Eastern Shore. The author is Jacqueline Simmons Hedberg. Thank you so much.
read it.
for coming here.
Absolutely.